So hey guys, iPad not working at all, and it's kind of annoying. I don't like it. It's not working to film, so yeah, that's pretty much the deal. I'm gonna go with my top six, and then I'm gonna talk about two other teams. Clemson 1, 2, LSU 3, Alabama. One of those is not gonna be there next week. 4 Ohio State, 5 Notre Dame, 6 Baylor, and then I have 9 Memphis, and I have 25 Duke. That's really what I want to talk about. Duke, they should have won that game. I'm mad at the refs. I'm a Duke fan as long as also as an Alabama fan. In my opinion, that should have been a Duke win. I mean, you look at that play and you could say, yeah. I mean, even if you didn't know many rules, you could probably tell um guy running on the field at the end. That's obviously not allowed. I mean, if you watch a video and they're talking about it, you could obviously see the knee. I can see the knee, but you could obviously, once you say blocking the back, blocking the back is illegal. Watch it. You see about 3. If you can't pass it backwards, I mean, there was like 3 of those at least. So, I mean, there's many ones. So, I have still Duke in there because, really, they should have one loss. And that's the thing. The referees might have just screwed up. One, the ACC might have just screwed over a division. Duke loses this weekend. Well, let's just say they beat Miami because they got it right. Duke would have then have 2 losses and maybe still have a chance to get in. Now they lose this weekend, they have 3 losses, no chance, and it hurts the division. One, it also hurts them because that team's out and it's not going to help ratings for them. And I think this is a conference I think any conference wants money. Trust me on that one. They all do. But I'm going to talk about the Alabama game and other games. 2 dominant rushing attacks. We all know Derek Fournette. Derrick Henry versus Leonard Fournette. That's all people are really talking about. One, it's sad to be Derrick Henry doing really well, but you're getting overshadowed by Leonard Fournette. And this is his game where he could show, you know what? I just don't need Leonard Fournette. I can do stuff on my own. Leonard Fournette, I'm going to eclipse his shadow. I hope that's what he does. It's not really going to... It's going to be decided by those two, but also other key factors are the O-line for both teams, the offensive lines, and the front 7, i.e. the defensive linemen and the linebackers. Who shows up? Now, there might be pass attacks, I don't know. But that day's weather shows from, pretty much 9 p.m. Central Time. So, i.e., it's 10 o'clock here, guys. It's going to rain. And it's going to rain from 9 p.m. there on tonight all the way up to 6 p.m. then. So, about 21 hours, it's going to rain. That's not going to help the field. And the problem with that is when the field is not in a good condition, it's going to slow down your routes, but also it's not and blocks. They both have dominant running games. So I actually was under the impression it was going to rain throughout the game. Maybe it will come back to it. And it's just going to be, but it's also going to be 50s. So it will be a challenge. I wouldn't expect to have it just run. I would not expect I would expect lots of runs in that game. But Alabama's front 7 is one of the best in all of football. College and NFL, they're one of the best. Saban prides himself on defense, and he's built that defense to his obviously to his standard, but he's gotten the place he wants. I mean, and the fact that he won 3 out of 4, and it's now 3 out of 6, doesn't hurt. I mean, and a team that's always in title contention pretty much every year since he's gone there, guys. That does not hurt in the recruiting trail at all. When you walk in there with 4 title rings, doesn't hurt. Never does, guys. That's how you recruit, win titles, then they'll come. But Fournette is going to play well. I'm not taking away any accomplishment. He's probably the player outside of Alabama that I hold utmost respect for, the most respect for in college football. Now, and some players in Alabama, I have less respect for them because right out he interrupted the reporter asking him questions to do a pre-prepared speech, and he mentioned that he was the South Carolina families were in his prayers, and he knew what they were experiencing, and he wants to donate his money. He wants to auction New Jersey and donate the money. Now, there was, at one point, confusion on that. Les Miles did not know, and he said, let's see. Well, I don't know if he shut down, and then the NCAA said, yeah, go for it. But he's going to have to fight for every yard he earns Saturday night. Guys, every yard. On offense, I'm not going to take away from Alabama's offense, too. They struggled, but they have another up-and-coming featured running back, Derrick Henry, guys. They also have first-year starter at QB, Jake Coker, who was a little shaky at the beginning. He did not get the start on Ole Miss that we lost. I blame that on the fact that he didn't start because he came back, and he's played since then because he knew I didn't have my job. I still probably there's really still that back in mind that if I make a few mistakes, my job might be in high jeopardy. They also have a freshman receiver that some people might say he's the next Mark Cooper, and Bama fans are happy that they have him for 3 years, at least 3 years, and that's I think if I'm correct, that's Calvin Ridley or Ripley, something like that. So they're gonna probably use those targets, guys. I would not doubt they're not gonna use those targets. Yeah, it's Calvin Ridley. I would not be surprised though. Calvin Ridley only has 525. Well, I guess. Yeah, if you look actually on ESPN, the scores, they're gonna have players to watch. Jake Coker, obviously Leonard Fournette, guys. There's still tickets available for this game. That is something I would not expect from a game of this caliber. There's only 605, and that's probably like 1% of the stadium. Alabama's favored by 7. I usually don't do betting odds, but they're favored by 7. And I would say, yeah, that's pretty accurate on that one. So I'm going to talk about Florida State Clemson, guys. That's another matchup. That's going to decide the other side of the Coastal. That's going to decide the Coastal. I was going to focus, but guys, there's no way Florida State's going to walk out there with a win, in my opinion. Okay, that crowd is going to be it's one in Death Valley, so yes. 2, everyone there is going to be hyped up because Clemson just got number 1 ranked in the polls. I saw some really bad stat. This 3 times college game days went to Alabama LSU game in Tuscaloosa. LSU is 2-1. I'm not really that concerned. I feel like Saban's prepared them the most again. I saw a video on Instagram of Derrick Henry squatting over 400 pounds. That's impressive. So I'm not saying they're good. The reason why they lose is going to be because they're underprepared. Not underprepared. It's just that they didn't execute, guys. That crowd's gonna be fired up at Death Valley though. So I don't see it. And also add to that Clemson's offense and defense. They have a very good balance between that, and it's really good. Florida State, I don't see that spark like I've seen the last 2 years but another one is going to be TCU and Oklahoma State. Really, guys, it's going to be probably a shootout, I would say. I would expect most likely a shootout. It's at Oklahoma State. It is probably going to be a shootout or something close. But it's going to be a shootout, and it would probably be affected. Now, that's it, I feel like, for ranked matchups. We have Temple tonight, guys. Baylor won. Mississippi State won, guys. Yeah. Florida can clinch the SEC East.
Notre Dame could keep the playoff dreams alive against Pitt. So, I mean, there's some games. Ole Miss playing Arkansas. Arkansas, you know, this is right around the time where they started that spurt again, like they had last year, where they started to win a few games, and then ended with a okay record. Look at that! I really am saying, Lily, just watch the Florida State Clemson game and watch the Alabama LSU game. I mean, Navy Memphis. That's might be a nice one to watch for like a bit. Yeah, there's really not much, guys, this weekend. That's pretty much it for today. Yeah, talk to you guys. See you guys later.